In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to build a workflow in n8n. We'll take you through the process, providing you with the skills and understanding to create your custom workflows effectively. Let's get started by first creating a new workflow within your n8n instance. Typically, you can do this right from the dashboard or perhaps a project overview interface depending on how you've set up your environment. Once you've done that, we can move to the core of any n8en workflow, the trigger node. A trigger node is essential because it determines how and when your workflow will kick off. Now, there are a few types of triggers you might consider based on your needs. First up, the manual trigger. This is perfect for testing and manually executing a workflow. It allows you to ensure everything is working correctly before automating the process. Then, there's the app event trigger, which listens for specific events in your integrated services, like receiving a new email in Gmail. Next, if regular intervals are more your style, a schedule trigger lets you run the workflow at set times. Don't forget about the webhook trigger. This one's great if you need to initiate a workflow via an HTTP request to a unique URL. For those working with chat interfaces, chat triggers are the way to go, set up to respond to specific messages. Finally, if you're working with web forms, use a form submission trigger to activate the workflow when a form is submitted. Now that you've got your trigger node in place, let's move on to adding action nodes. These nodes are the component that actually performs tasks within your workflow, like interacting with various services, processing data, or applying logical rules. For instance, you might want to use an HTTP request node, which allows you to make API calls to external services, or perhaps you need data manipulation nodes to transform or filter the data you're handling. If your workflow requires some decision making, an if node can add conditional logic based on your preferences. Plus, integration nodes can be added for connecting to specific applications, like Google Sheets or OpenAI, among others. Each of these nodes will need some configuration. Be sure to set parameters correctly, provide any necessary credentials for external services, and clearly define the actions each node is meant to perform. The next step is to connect these nodes. You'll need to drag connections between them to establish how data will flow and be executed. Typically, the output from one node will feed into the next, creating a seamless transition from one step to the next. Before you activate your new workflow, it's crucial to test it thoroughly. You have the option to execute individual nodes or run through the entire workflow, keeping an eye on the data flow to catch any potential issues. If your workflow involves something like form submissions, don't hesitate to submit form samples to test how well everything is functioning. Once you're satisfied that everything is running as expected, it's time to activate the workflow. By doing this, your creation will run automatically according to the trigger conditions you've set up. And there you have it. That's how you create a workflow in n8n. We hope this guide has been helpful, and thank you for joining us today.